Welcome back to another video. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of struggling with a video idea for this week. I have a lot of my videos like pre-planned, but this video and the next video I don't. I just was struggling to come up with something I thought people would care to watch, and I thought, you know what, it's been a long time since I've actually baked. People seem to like the just like more chatty, casual style videos, so I thought I would come on and bake, chat, give you some life updates, and answer some questions and stuff that people have been asking over on TikTok. I feel like every time I come on and bake here, I'm always baking from like a box mix, which is ironic because I feel like I'm actually a good baker in terms of like I can make cookies and brownies not from a box, but I feel like that would be very challenging to talk at the same time. And I had these in my cupboard that I wanted to try that I brought back from America. It is the Trader Joe's blueberry muffin mix. It's honestly a very simple recipe. I've never tried these before, but I love blueberry muffins, and I feel like they're really hard to make good. Like I've tried to homemade blueberry muffins and they always kind of suck, so I'm hoping that these ones turn out really nice. And yeah, I'm gonna get you propped up and let's get baking. So the first thing I have to do is preheat the oven, which I did. We've already had a fail before we even started because I don't have enough butter, I don't think, to make the full recipe. So I am just going to be making half the recipe. Let's open the bad boy up and see what's inside. So we have the mix, and then we have dried blueberries. I think this is going to be a game changer. When I normally make blueberry muffins, I use like fresh blueberries. I think this is going to really help. Let's tie up the hair because I don't know about you, but I cannot cook or bake when I have my hair in my face. So pour dried blueberries into a small bowl and cover with water. Let stand for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally to hydrate. Just gonna pour like half the blueberries, and that looks good to me. Put a bit of water in it. This seems very odd, but this is what the instructions say. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is melt butter in the microwave. Funny story though, I don't actually have a microwave, so I'm gonna just put the butter into the oven because I have the oven preheating, and that should melt it. It's times like this where I wish I had a microwave, but there was no space for a microwave in this fridge. My brain is literally fried today. I have not had enough sleep. The sun's getting to me. There wasn't enough space in the kitchen for a microwave. Like there's like no cupboard it could have gone into. There's just no place for it. And then it could have gone up above our oven, but then it would have been like out on display. And I just thought that would look really ugly. So we didn't get that. So while my butter is melting and my blueberries are hydrating, they look so weird. We're going to line the muffin tin, or the cupcake tin, I guess. Something that I wanted to talk about that I mentioned in one of my other YouTube videos, maybe last week, is how I am not showing the kids as much on my YouTube, on my TikTok. I don't know if anybody will actually notice that. I've tried to be really like sly about it. I haven't mentioned it on TikTok or anything. Basically, I've been including them, but if you've noticed, I've tried to not show their face. So like a lot of the footage will be from like chest down, or a lot of footage you'll see is from the kids from behind, which I feel like has probably helped people to not notice that I'm not showing them, because I am still showing them in that aspect. But I just don't want my content to be focused around my kids. I don't want my kids to be like the main focus of any of my videos. I see a lot of people whose like videos are like all about their kids, like, oh, here's my son John, and here is John's routine, and it's like just constant videos of John waking up, John eating breakfast, John getting dressed, John, like, it's just literally the content is 90% the kids, and then the parent is just like recording it basically, and I never want to be that. And I feel like on a few occasions I've had people recognize my children before they recognize me in public, and that kind of scares me. I know, honestly, I feel like in a safe area, and I don't think that would be an issue, but I just feel like long term, if I was to grow to more followers, like I don't have a ton of followers right now, but if I was to grow I just wouldn't want my kids to be like, I just wouldn't want my kids to be the focus. I don't want my kids to be easily recognizable, so I am trying to refrain from even like using their names a lot. It's still on my Instagram and I don't know if I'm going to go and delete them. I'm not going to delete old videos, but just like going forward, I am taking them out of as many videos as possible, but I still want to create mum content with my kids. I've been doing days in the life and my kids have been in them. Like the day in the life I did the video before this, I had a video of me making breakfast and Smith was helping me make breakfast, and I feel like that video flowed really well. He was still in it, but it didn't have his face in it. You guys can let me know what you think, but I just feel like if someone is only following me for my kids, I'd rather they probably didn't follow me anyway, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's been something that's been on my mind recently a lot. And I feel like it's been a big topic of conversation on social media about kids and should kids be in videos. And I don't know, I felt weird to like totally take them out. I feel like that would be hard, but I am definitely making a conscious effort to remove them. Especially my son, I feel like he is getting older and more recognizable. I feel like with my daughter, she's still quite young. I'd feel more comfortable showing her than I would him, but I am just trying to like, yeah, going forward, you may see them less. And yeah, that's my explanation as to why, if you've noticed. I'm curious if any of you actually have noticed, probably not. So this is editing Jessica from the future, from the present. But when I was watching this back, I had a couple more thoughts that I wanted to add in. The first being that this may not be forever and this is not like set in stone. I'm not saying I'm never showing my kids again, because their face might be in a video next week or in a month, but I'm just making a conscious effort to show them less and less and not have videos focused around them. That was like the main point I was trying to get across. The second is that I'm not judging other parents who choose to show their kids a lot. I feel like every parent can make the decision that is best for them and their family, so that is their prerogative. I don't really care what other parents do. I'm fine with other parents doing it as long as like they're being safe. But I just feel like in this moment in time for me, it just doesn't feel, I'm not resonating with constantly showing my kids. The third one being that I said I wasn't going to say their name, and then throughout this video I say their names multiple times, and that just shows you that that's something that's going to be a challenge for me. That's something that I'm working on. I have to make a conscious effort to not say their names as much. So yeah, I thought that one was funny. At last, I had to take a step back and kind of think about like why I was showing my kids. There's some things that felt authentic. I get kind of posting the pictures of us as family, but like posting her monthly updates with just her, there was like no other reason for posting that other than like showing off, I felt like, for me. And so that's why I had to kind of take a step back and just realize that the people that care, that I want to see that picture, like my family, I can send it to them. And I have those pictures printed out for Annie, but like, do I need to post those things for other people's validation? I don't know. That one's been a hard one for me. I just wanted to come on quickly and say those couple of things and kind of round up my thoughts from earlier on. And now let's get back to the video. On a better note, let's check the butter. Okay, butter is melted. It's so hot because it just came out of the oven. I'm just gonna leave it on this little oven mitt, and we're going to bake said muffins. So I think you just combine eggs, butter, milk, and muffin mix. Stir just until ingredients are blended. Do not overmix. Drain blueberries and gently stir into the batter. Okay, this is very easy at this point. Also, I'm home alone this evening. Trent is playing golf with my brother-in-law, or I guess our brother-in-law. And so I had to put both kids to bed myself. And both the kids went to bed so easily tonight, which is such a blessing when you're doing it by yourself. Like normally Smith comes like in and out and just is like, it takes an hour to go to bed. And I put him to bed first and told him I'd check on him once I got Annie to bed, and when I came back he was fast asleep. And I was just like, blessings on blessings. Right, let's crack these eggs. Also, you'll be seeing this on Sunday, and on Wednesday I'm going away for the night with my sister and my mum, well my sisters and my mum, we're doing like a yearly, hold on, did I read how much milk? We've decided that we're going to start doing a yearly trip, like a girls trip. And so this year we're just gonna go to Belfast for the night. But ideally, in the years to come, we'll like start doing things more exotic. Maybe like going to Spain for a few days or like going to Scotland. But just for this year, we're going small. And since Annie is still breastfeeding, I can't really go away for too long. But I'm really excited to actually like get the night away, because I literally haven't had a night away. I haven't had a night away from Smith since February of well, besides the night I was in the hospital for Annie, but before that it would have been February of 2022, and I've never had a night away from Annie. But she is still breastfed, so I'm really nervous as to how she is going to do with that. I don't know. This looks lumpy as all friggin' get out. I need to stand up, I think, and give this some elbow. Yep, I'm sorry. It says do not over mix, but like I feel like I have to over mix to not have it be so lumpy. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's probably good. Now I can sit down again. Okay, it says to drain out the blueberry juice. This is what they ended up looking like. Right, we're gonna pour blueberries in. And mixy, mixy, mixy. I feel like you have to taste the batter. And I won't lie, that tastes pretty freaking good. I'm gonna put this in the muffin tins. And then I think it says it needs to cook for 20 minutes. That's a freaking long time. So let's do this. Also, I'm just realizing that this recipe called for 12 if I was making the full recipe. And so since I was making half the batch, somehow I made 8. Maybe I didn't fill them up as high as you're supposed to. But yeah, we've made 8. And the batter tastes pretty freaking good. So I'm gonna put it in the oven and then we'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna set the timer for 20 minutes. It said 20 to 22 minutes, but my oven runs pretty hot, so I'll do the 20 minutes and I'll probably even check it before then. But I had someone give a suggestion for some video ideas for YouTube, and somebody said they wanted to see my back garden. So I'm gonna show you that. Of course, I chose to do this as it started to rain, but we have this like double doors out of our kitchen. Then we have just like a little step right here. And then this is what it looks like. Okay, let me give a disclaimer. Ignore all this. We're watering our front grass, trying to get it to grow. Our grass has seen better days. Smith put extra fertilizer on this, and so it kind of burnt it up. This is if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what this is. We're building a play set for the kids. So this is the slide. We put up these binoculars. There's like a wheel that needs to go on it and some like rock climbing stuff. And then there's going to be like a thing here, and then 2 swings. But we need my dad or like a third person to help us move and lift this. But it basically should be in about this position. Then behind that we have their old slide. We have the washing line we just put up. Here's the part of the swing set that needs to go. It'll go over here. So happy with the washing line. It's been so nice to have in the hot weather. We have just like a little water table that we got for Annie's birthday that my mum got. We have the the world's worst shed. It actually looks better, but it was like so cheap and it was so hard to build. Not that I built it. And it literally is just like a tin can. Hold on. It's literally like, yeah, But this is not our forever home, so it is what it is. We've got the the swings on the floor here, that's what they are. Some herbs that Trent bought for seal because they're about to like die, and now they're basically dead, and I don't know why he felt the need to do that. And then here is the rest of the garden. So there's our, just like a little strip. We're nearly thinking of putting like an actual garden in here, like fruits and vegetables, because this is not really wide enough. Well, it's wide, decently wide. But the kids can't really like play that much on it, so we're thinking about maybe doing a garden, but the sunlight's not great here. Here is our back door, and then here's just kind of like another angle. We have kind of a nice view if you look up over there. But yeah, it's a decent sized garden. It's not huge, but for the age, oh jeepers, I slept on the hoses. But for the age our kids are, it's like a decent size. And yeah, that is our garden. Also, if you made it this far, I'm also going to give you a little sneak peek of the bathroom renovations, which will be a video of its own probably in the next coming weeks. There's your sneak peek. That's it. I'm probably going to do some polls on TikTok or Instagram, like for you guys to help me with. I'm not doing wallpaper. I know what it's called. You know, like the sticky stuff that like comes off easily. I'm going to probably need your guys' opinions of what will look good on with the bathroom, so be on the lookout for that on probably Instagram in the next week or so. So we still have 15 more minutes to wait for the blueberry muffins. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clean up. Also, am I the weird person that has a dishwasher but still chooses to hand wash all of their dishes? Am I the only one that does this? In our old apartment, when we lived in America, in Provo, it didn't have a dishwasher, and so now I feel like I've gotten so used to hand washing dishes that I couldn't tell you the last time I put a dish in the dishwasher. It's always Trent that does it. If you wanna go out, we can go out. You can hide away just for... I got distracted watching Come Dine With Me. It's literally one of my guilty pleasures that I haven't watched in a long time, but when I get like addicted to it, I am crazy addicted to it. And anyway, I think it has 2 minutes left, but I checked them and they honestly look to me ready. Like I said, my oven does run kind of hot. I think, is it like a gas oven? I don't know. It always runs pretty hot. So I'm gonna just turn the timer off, turn the oven off, and bring them out. They're definitely done. They're 2 done, I think. This is what they are looking like. Probably the wrong time of year to have the oven on, but YOLO. Here is a better look of what they're looking like. So I'm going to pull them out of this, set them here to cool, and then once they've cooled down, I'm going to do a taste test. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. I honestly can't wait any longer. They're still warm, but yeah, I can't wait any longer. This is the worst part of baking, is to like waiting for things to cool down. I remember as a child, like growing up, my mum would be so mad when we would eat the cookies before they had like cooled down. Not even that she wanted them to cool down, but you know, when they like first come out of the oven, you physically can't even lift them up. They're like that raw. So I'm an adult now, so I'm eating it before it's properly cooled down. Here she is in all of her glory. She's dry, first of all. Jeepers. It's honestly not very blueberry. Like, if I didn't know there was blueberries in it, I wouldn't even be able to tell. Like, I kind of wish the blueberries are really big. I kind of wish they were like more broken up. If you've ever had like a Costco or like a Sam's Club muffin, it's like there's like little pieces of blueberry throughout, so it's like blue on the inside. I don't know. Honestly, in terms of blueberry muffins I've made at home, they're probably the best, but they're not what I was hoping it would be. but maybe I can make some adjustments for the second half when I cook those. And hopefully they will turn out better. So I'm gonna go finish this and come down with me. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure to go do that. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate every comment and like. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.